And now, just to end that Airtap Tactics 2 thing, we will show all 4 cutscenes, like all 4 movies, what are in this game in a row. So the people who are interested in their endings can watch that. So we have gallery and we have movies and we have spoils. We have the intro, the opening movie, we have the ending movie of the first one, we have the ending movie of the second one, and we have the ending movie of the third one, third campaign. And we are just showing right now all of these cutscenes, so people who are interested in that can watch that. And then I'm done with that game. We'll just watch a little bit the gallery here and there to see if there's something interesting for me. But yeah, game is done. Finally, the last cutscene actually is disappointing. Let's say that. It's really disappointing. I thought there's coming something else, but it's kind of disappointing because it looks like they wanted to, like they thought perhaps about Airtap Tactics 3. So they made it like an open ending, like okay, the Bido is there, an organism, and then outside they're waiting the humans, waiting to attack them or going for them. But there had been never Airtap Tactics 3, so the last movie is actually a little bit disappointing. I thought more. So let's do these movies. Watch a little bit the gallery and then stopping this game. And made something for history. What? No, this is the wrong one. No. Yeah. Is this now the beginning or what?
地球連合艦隊少将がバイド討伐のため
Whatever
太
you
陽系
say.
を出てから数年が経過していた。新たに太陽系に流入する凶悪な戦闘生命体バイドの数はここ数年で激減し
I
た。
don't understand Japanese actually. So we see another cutscene or what? Wait. I understand. Okay, I got it. The ending is the beginning. We just saw the
人
ending.
々は若き司令官
And the
の
ending
風
is
船
the
ぶりを
beginning.
想像し平和が訪れる予感を共有していた。しかし平和の予感は長くは続かなかった。
They bring it into a cycle.
地球側がバイドの構成を
This is
跳ね返すた
actually
め
the
に開
first
発した兵器は
the first movie.
バイド生命体の種子を培養し
And they are just
その凶暴さを利
explaining
用する
something
という
about
も
the
のだ。
Bido. I cannot speak Japanese
そし
actually.
て太陽系のバイドが
So
減り
you have to watch the
戦闘が
movie.
小康状
What
態になっ
happens
た。
there? But
軍
the
はこ
ending
のバイド兵器を
cutscene
手放すことができなか
is
っ
the
た。
beginning of the first cutscene. The
そん
last
な地球連
cutscene
合軍のありように異を唱え
is
放
the
棄した人
beginning
々は
of this
グラ
cutscene.
ンゼーラ革
So
命
they
政
make
府
a
を設
cycle
立し
of
た。
everything. So
も
it's
と
like
もと
a
相入れない
circle
両
of
陣営の
life
主
or
張は
whatever.
平行線をたどり地球連合軍とグランゼーラ革命軍との間で戦
I
争
think
が
they're
始まった。
explaining the fight between the Granzella force and the Alliance force. We are the Alliance force in the beginning, or the Granzella, whatever we are choosing. And these two are fighting against each other. And the Granzella is just looking for resources to grow. Because like this is like the fight between two human parts, like the rebels and the Alliance. Like they're fighting against each other. It's a pity that they are not translating that, like you only saw the Japanese letters. But they're showing right now how everything began. The Granzilla force, what you're seeing right now, these are these guys with the green. And the human army, the Alliance force, what has like red lights. Or blue lights, like you see right now. And they're fighting against each other. There we have the Granzilla force. I think they took something away from there, and that's actually interesting because, like I said, what they took in the beginning of that movie away or just looked for was actually the ending of the last. I heard when you are playing the Granzilla Force, what is like the rebels, what you can choose in the beginning, it's harder because you don't have the forces what you can connect to and use them. Most of the Granzilla forces, the Granzilla units, don't have the possibility to connect to forces. They don't have forces. They're very strong fighters, but they don't have the possibility to connect to forces. What makes this or that mission even harder. There's a mission when you have to go into a fabric and you need their forces actually to destroy the big ship. I had a comment in my YouTube video that one guy said, good to see where I have to go, but I don't have the forces since I played the Granzilla fleet. So this is like the beginning cutscene. What is like now having even the explanation between the fight between the Granzilla army and I think the other one is called the Alliance army. And there you have even the Bido, so they show that this is a three-way fight between the one human part, the rebels human part, and the Bido. This is the first movie. Then you start the first campaign. You fight against the Alliance or you fight against the Granzilla, whatever you chose. I chose the Alliance, the Alliance, or whatever it's called. And then you have this crazy last mission where you have to occupy that big unit, Glitnir it's called. Took me 1 year to pick this game up again because I was really annoyed when I was trying to finish it. A lot of units blocked me in the way, and then I picked it up again. I thought 3 days about that game. I thought, well, how do you beat this mission? I tried 3-4 times without special tactics, and then I just put a half a day together to make some units, because the biggest problem in the first campaign is that you cannot farm Solonium. And Solonium is one material what you have to upgrade your fighters. And there's only, like, I was checking out the packs of some guys, and there's actually one box what gives you every time 10 I was talking about Solarium, sorry. The mineral we are not getting in the first campaign is called Ethereum, it's the green one. And there's a box what gives you every time 10 Ethereum. And what I did, I think I was 38 times collecting this box to get enough Ethereum to upgrade some of my decent fighters, my fighters who can go to the wall. So I have a more powerful units there to go in the last mission up and destroy the upper part, so they're not blocking me in the way. And like I already explained in the beginning, I was finishing that last map of that campaign in 35 turns, and you have maximum 35 turns. So with the last turn I actually occupied the point and finished that. And it was really like, it took me I think 3 or 4 days to finish that mission. And then this cutscene came up. You will always hear the same music in every cutscene. So you had only the talking in the beginning to explain what happened, and then you have only cutscenes with the same music, because you get 3 times the credits. And then you finish the first campaign, and you see a lot of destroyed units, and you took over Glitnir as the Alliance. And then you find out actually that there's a small group called the Liberation League, and the Liberation League was corrupting both sides and made the war even more intense between both. And the Liberation League, in the end of that cutscene, were just these guys who were doing that corrupting thing. They were just running away with the technology of both sides. And then you finally start to be like you will be in peace. So you take all your units will run out because they know this Glitnir thing will explode. This Glitnir battleship, or let's say base, will be destroyed. So finally every side is fighting together, like they're fighting side by side, because they know that this big base will be destroyed. So they're just yeah, trying to escape that explosion. This is Glitnir, horrible mission. You have to play this 3 times, I think, at least. 2 times, I think, in Airtop Tactics 2 and 1 time in Airtop Tactics 1. I think. I'm not sure how many times. I think even 3 times, but you have to play it a lot. And the worst thing about this mission is that your enemies are blocking you, that there's a supercharger, a monster charge, what is in your way, and then you have to go the left way, and most of your units cannot use the charge one, like the charge shot. And here you see the cutscene where you see technology gets caught away. So these guys, what are just bringing it right now out, is the Liberation League, what was trying to corrupt both sides. And in the second campaign you are fighting side by side. You can use all the units from both sides, fighting against the Liberation League, what is running away. So you're running behind that Liberation League, trying to catch them. And yeah, in the end you try to destroy the Liberation League, and you're going forward and you see Bido, and then you see even that the Liberation League and the Bido had been combined. And yeah, in the end you have to fight the Bido again. Horrible missions in campaign 2 again, but somehow I feel that the mission campaign 2 and campaign 3 is kind of feeling much more easy than campaign 1, but there had been a really crazy last mission. I will explain that in a minute. So there have been really interesting, crazy missions on the way to defeating the Bido. 23 maps again, and then you are just going into warp space. You're following the Liberation League. You see that the Liberation League gets corrupted by the Bido, so the Bido is there again. The Bido and the Liberation League, they think they are like kind of cooperating, but in the end you know that the Bido just eat the Liberation League, this corrupted group. You even fight them on one thing, I think on the moon or something. And then the Liberation League is done, but the Bido is still there, and you follow the Bido, and there's like a big Bido thing what you see, and you're following that, and it's growing and it's growing and it's getting more, and then it's like almost a satellite thing. It was a really horrible mission in that. It was so difficult to reach that even, and playing this game without save states is kind of impossible. You have to start the mission over and over again. I think for one mission, what I just used one day, you would need like 7 days or 8 days easily. And then you're having the last mission, and the last mission looks like kind of a universe thing. Then you're just going inside. You are fighting a lot of units in the beginning, going your way forward, and then in the last boss room thing, you see a lot of planets, what look like the solar system kind of, and then you're just going inside. And when you didn't know that before, what most of the people do when they're playing it, you get directly destroyed, because there's a big thing, a big charge thing, what goes from up to down and destroys the whole room. So you have to use your desync fighters again. I again farmed, I think, Bidogen and Solonium and Tyrium to upgrade my fighters into the best ones. And then you go with your big ship there inside, and I had like 3 long charge guys, the Midnight Star I think it's called. And then yeah, there's the big Bido core. The Bido core is attacking always every time. Then there's the 2-turner, big charge thing, and then there are 4 eyes, looking like eyes things, what are also directly attacking you. So yeah, you had like only one chance going forward, destroying with the Midnight Star 3 of them, the Bido core mostly, and then I had one more guy who was charged and small tankers. I just went with a small one then there and destroyed the Bido core. And what happened then? Yeah, the same like in Airtop Tactics 1, Airtop Command. You destroy the Bido core, and what happens? The Bido core takes you inside again. Ship is shaking. So you destroyed the Bido core, you try to run away, but no chance. You get destroyed, and the big ships and everything got inside. And it's kind of similar to the cutscene of Airtop Tactics 1, Airtop Command, except that everything is yellow here, and you have not only the human ships there, you have also Bido ships there, waiting there inside. So like you have a combination of both. And you are turning into Bido, you will be turned into the enemy again. Of course, third campaign needed to be done, like in the first game they had only 2 campaigns and here they have 3 campaigns. And there you have actually the guys where we just defeated in the end of the last campaign, the third campaign. I first thought that they're like bees or whatever, but they're actually enemies. So you see what is inside the Bido core, you see the big ships, you also see the one big ship what we had been fighting in the mission, I think before the last mission. This is like a really big satellite thing. And you see how many of these bird things are there. And I thought just that these guys are bringing, like turning everything into Bido. So on the right side you see that big thing what we just fought in the last mission, before the last mission, in the second last mission. It's a big satellite thing. Has a lot of weapon power, has rockets and charge, and a lot of units there in this map. So everybody who wants to play this, good luck with it. And we have again the same music. And I was not expecting to fight these guys, actually what we are seeing right now on the screen. In the end you have to fight these guys. I thought they are just into the Bido core, but they are even in the end of the third campaign. What I actually don't understand is why a Bido is fighting Bido. So we are Bido, we turn into Bido. We have to fight a lot of Bido in our way. A lot of humans also, of course. But in the end we have to fight the Bido. So I don't know why. But we have to fight the Bido. Just because the game wants it like that. I thought actually that the last mission will be something with the humans, that you destroy the humans or whatever, or you get Airtop Tactics 1 or Airtop Command, it's the same game, was logically correct, better, like the Bido had been shooted away, you were like, you defeated the human base, and then the base, like Earth, came with all their fleet and you had to run away. What was more logical actually, because it made sense. This one makes kind of no sense for me. Like you're going into Earth, you're destroying the Earth enemies, and then you're also destroying yeah, the last base of Earth, and then you're just fighting the Bido. And then you defeat the last ship thing, what was actually not so hard if you know what to do. So after that cutscene we are waking up again as Bido, and then the first time in this game ever there will be missions when you have to destroy every unit, what I was not knowing. And then you start to be Bido, you're farming Bido again, you're finding Solonium, you're going back to the way to the Earth, you're fighting even another alien race, what we never saw before, like new ships, new fighters, new system. You're defeating them. There's even a map, what is really crazy, where you fight all units what you have been fighting until now. So you fight first the Godzilla one, then you fight the aliens one, then you fight the Bido, and then you fight the aliens. What looked like a little bit like a three-dimensional thing. And you're entering the solar system, one of the craziest mission ever from watching, because you start there and you see like, I don't know, 40 units against you. At least they have been not so intelligent, so you can use a lot of charge and destroy them. So I made it in a one-turn thing, but I was thinking, okay, this is a mission that could be taking forever. You go your way back to Earth, you destroy everything. There's a really annoying mission also with the laboratory, what you have in Airtop 21 or Airtop Command. When you have to fight, in the end, the human, like a Bido, what had been created by the humans in the laboratory, like the big guy from Airtop 1. And then, yeah, you go forward, step by step, destroying the army, the humans. And in the end, you have to destroy in a star, in the sun, I guess they say. This is like the sun. You destroy the last ship of the Bido. Was actually not so hard, but looked hard in the beginning. I tried it 3-4 times. And then you destroy this kind of starship, what looked like a star. And then this happens. And this looks like that Bido is alive. It looks like an organism into the, I don't know, like, I don't know, cocktail thing. And then you see in the left right now a lot of cutscenes from the game with action showing. You can actually make them on. I didn't make that because it would take too long. So you could actually always watch how the units are attacking things. This is one of the missions what had been the worst. In a fabric, where this guy has like a directly one charge always. This is the guy actually what I was mentioning before, this Airtop 1 first boss. Yeah, and this is actually the ending credits, the last one from the third campaign. And yeah, since it's just music, I don't know if I should show it without talking one more time. I would say it's fine if I show it just like that, commentating the maps and everything. Everybody who's interested into hearing and seeing that without my voice, play it yourself. A lot of interesting maps actually. Some maps have been really nice, but most of the time the difficulty had been really hard, really high. The AI had been really pieces German had been really unfair. But most of the time you had been a lot of units against you. And you had been like a very small group, and then you had like to fight 4 more times fighters than you. But in the end we made it. And what does that mean? It means from tomorrow I start to speedrun again. Casual gameplay is over. I am back. Or I will be back, let's say that. So everybody who missed me for speedrunning, I'm back from tomorrow. I rested 3 weeks right now from speedrunning. I finished the game but nobody ever finished. Nobody even ever showed on YouTube. And I guess for the future, everybody who's interested in that franchise will be very happy to see Airtime Tactics 2, who's not from Japan, because most of the time it was not being shown. The English patch came out last year, many years after the release, and I'm happy to present you the ending of that actual game. And I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see what we have in the galleries for the last minutes. And this is actually the beginning of the first movie. And this is how the movie starts. The game starts.